Yep, back. Gonna try again, with GPU encoding. See how that, works out. Alright, yeah, just, get back into it. Like waking up underwater to the wet burn of your lungs' desperation for air. Like floating untethered in space, unable to move under your own power. Losing the security of gravity is like being naked in space. Gravity is necessary for human life in space. Gravity is necessary for unrestricted movement in space. Can't have one without the other. The force that binds your existence together, the force to shape foreign bodies, pure agency. Gravity is necessary, not just to live in space, but to be human in space. But being human is a little harder for Pluto, so she has to work for it. The tidal forces of her spacefaring body, the Krun macula, are as strong as she believes, as weak as she feels. And Lunaterra needs to make sure all the calculations are in order. Everything in her ship operates manually. She's just been at it long enough that it feels like second skin. A jolt of nostalgia interrupts Lunaterra's mental math. She forgets to carry the one. It interrupts Pluto's focus, and she has a moment where she's not invincible. Close enough to touch the surface of the moon lab, Lunaterra is seen and known by Pluto, and they are suddenly falling down the well of too late and nothing you can do. Yeah. And this is Lunaterra. It's important to get a grip. Knowing that there's nothing you can do is something Pluto considers freeing, and Lunaterra considers exciting. Feeling doomed is clear permission to do whatever. Yep, let's do some whatever! As soon as Mare Crisium is through the cloud cover, she fires solid light into the remains of the Celestial Mechanics lab and chases it through the wound. The lab was recently damaged by the illegal launch of a hijacked ship, but that damage is barely noticeable compared to the massive hole left by a much, much larger ship crashing through. Lunaterra acts fast under pressure. If there's no point in hiding, there's no point in stopping. It's true, Lunaterra is living on the whim of Krun macula, which can probably do whatever to her at any time. If she can't run away, she wants to make the first move. They're talking about mech fights, right? No. I mean, let's call it half and half. It's the sort of thing that makes a lot of sense if you think about it, and no sense at all if you think a little more. Okay, now they're talking about also still half and half. But that's Lunaterra, isn't it? She's betting you'll think too much, or not enough. Against Pluto, is that really such a good idea? She's someone who always thinks just enough. Which makes it easy for Lunaterra to slip through, deep into the lab, until it gets quiet except for the sounds of the moon quaking and trembling. I guess they're not earthquakes on the moon, I guess they're moonquakes. After almost a year, the dread and the thrill is way too much to slow down and start talking. That's what the arrow flying into Pluto's gravity well is saying. Who will make the first move? Light spills light and screaming, healing the lab and the moon inside out. Yeah, bad news for the moon. I'm really liking the writing. I mean, like, you know, the, like, prose writing. I mean, the story's, you know, it's still developing. But, yeah, this is great. This is my jam. I'm into this. No matter like Thread, the tiny galaxy of which she is the sun. Okay, I do have a quibble of the tiny galaxy of which she is the sun. I mean, it scans well. I guess it's poetic license. Same. Feel the power, Pluto. Feel the power. Do the thing. Now it's one of those situations. Like a plastic toy. Wow, maximum disrespect. But like the kind of disrespect that you can only do to someone you really, really respect. Like, aw, Lunaterra. What happened to you, Lunaterra? Oh, you like it? Yeah. I know, right? What do you think? Like, oh, you... Yeah. Yeah. Tell you what. Lunati. Do you think I'd be mad? Actually, this is funny to me. Of course I'm mad. Oops. Disappointed. Yeah, doing the responsible thing. This realistic option. This doesn't seem like a realistic option type of like situation. Boring adult, grown-up villain. That's what people always. That's what it always is, isn't it? Oh, I'm gonna be the adult in the room. I'm gonna be the grown-up. Like, that makes it okay. Like, that's always the excuse. Yeah, no, I've definitely seen that, before, where, you're like, oh, well, it's okay for me to hurt people. I'm just like making the mature, responsible decision. It's boy, the whole like, oh boy, what a heavy burden and what amazing, difficult sacrifices I've made other people take. Can be very, very convenient. Well, there's no solving this one. Yep. Okay, she's definitely actually mad. Oh, honey, no. You can't change people. No, Lunatera. Lunatera, what are you doing? Oh. Oh. Pluto really pouring on the pity. The very just weaponized pity. Okay, you get to pick now. Which side to go. Okay, so I get it. It's less, it's not so much like you choose, like, from the perspective of the character that whose, perspective you're taking and, like, decide what they do. It's more like you decide, like, which path the story takes, like, who it favors, which route you go towards. I don't know. No, I think Pluto deserves her satisfaction. The Lunatera gets schooled. I do like how they're making all the, like, mech combat stuff just, in prose, because that seems like something that would be really hard to, represent in a satisfactory fashion using the, I'm gonna say that word, the affordances of, the visual novel format. But, that seems like I think that's a good call, like, making that, descriptive rather than, trying to make it out of visual novel arts with, visually. Although it does have me think about, like, how would you do that if you wanted to? I mean, it would have to be, because, I mean, you have, limited resources, and, you're not going to be, like, making full, making full FMVs, you're not going to be making, like, I mean, even, like, storyboards and, like, or even, like, comic panels is still, like, a lot of, like, extra art assets. Something I could imagine doing is having, like, almost like a tactical view or, like, a star map or, a stats readout. Like, something that was not it would still be mostly describing things, but having kind of a very, like, simplified, like, formalized, standardized visual readout. Anyway, time for talking is over until the time for talking is back. See, Kara not one to make the first move. Doing gravity stuff. Bullets stubbornly curve. See, I can see it in my head with, Pluto's, gravity wave, stuff, and, I can see the Etano Circus. The bullets stubbornly curve, bury into her flank and sting, with a sharp and subtle gravity of their own. That is totally an Etano Circus. Ow. I feel like that's just, just more like, I feel like that's, I mean, I'm gonna go click through and see, but that doesn't seem like a very sincere ow. That kind of stings, lunatic. Yep. Stop it. Stop. Oh. Lunatera is crushed instantly. Dead. No. Another just classic. Lunatera dies in lava. Next episode. Lunatera did not die in lava. Also, where am I getting? Oh, it was because there was. I forget the show, but there was some classic, like, I think it might have even been like a Tomino show. Our Battler Dumbine, maybe. Anyway, the preview, for one of the episodes, it ended with the title of the next. It was like character name dies in lava. So, wonder what happened in that next episode. Never left. Okay, now we're getting to it. Hopefully getting alright. Lunatera, the whole solar system. Wow, Pluto really isn't mad. Not mad, just disappointed. Just the most, most threatening kindness. How I look at it. Also, look at the inside of Lunatera's ship. That's a real, some real industrial, like, stuff. Real, I can kind of smell the grease from here. You look at Pluto's, and got vines in there. She got that gamer chair. Yeah, real contrast. Anyway, the real loser here, the Lunar Lab. Okay. So, alignment. We are in the graces of the Cradle's graces. 12%. I wonder if it's the kind of thing where, like, when someone reaches 100, you get an ending. Okay, I'm gonna check comms, see who wants to chat. Hey, Mars. Yeah. Lunatera says hi. I mean, she didn't really, but, you know, I'm sure she meant to. Oh, there's the readout on the right of, I guess it's just like, you know, just like a console readout, systems readout. It includes the coffee maker process. I'm getting alerts that my coffee maker's done making coffee. Which, you know, fun fact, that was the purpose of the very first webcam, was to monitor a coffee maker. So, coffee makers and computer networks have a storied history. Anyway, Mars. I want to get all in your business, Mars. What's your business? I know your business. I was just there doing business, which involves your business. I feel like Pluto has a thesaurus just off camera that she's just like, you know, juggling or, you know, throwing in the air and catching. You know, there's no reason that she'd keep a thesaurus with her. She just has one. She's amazing like that. No. Yeah. Mars, you're doing, this is not the time for drill quotes. I do appreciate that they're even in this, you know, alternate reality in space, many things are different, but the use of intentional lowercase as a form of inflection remains the same. Yeah, that is how I would react also to being referred to as problematic, or really just be having the word problematic launched in my general direction in any context. Tumultuous. That's still bad. Sexy but bad. I mean, last one was really good until the end. Yeah, it was nice until, you know, it was nice until she betrayed our faction, and then we had to, you know, try to kill each other. Pluto in charge of being nice. Ah, here it goes. Here comes the real talk. Ours. What you really need is someone who doesn't put up with you. Also, in the context of, you know, this story, glittering far away girl, is they're really far away and really glittering. I believe in you. Go Mars. Bate. Do the thing. I'm trying to save the world. Not really. I think you do. I think you've got time for it. I think you've been making time. Mars. Mars. Ouch. Okay, this is, now that's how you know it's the 80s, because they're using text emoticons and not emoji. Plural of emoji is emoji, it's Japanese. Hey. It worked, didn't it? Oh. Yeah, so do I. Chat. Pluto is just pulling all the techniques, just like on like 20 different levels right now. Also, I think all of our conversations with Mars have like gone this way, where Pluto just runs circles around her and she gets mad and leaves. Right. Check out some docks. Okay. Yes. Find out about Dr. Nex. Her, very forward-thinking manner, let's say. Oh, huh. They do call it a mecha. Subject regarding Mecha 2, Crunmacula. I guess it's just one of those things where like it's officially a ship self or self ship. I will remember at some point. By the end of the game, I will have managed to remember. But yeah, it's the kind of thing where like there's the official name and then they also just call them mechas casually. Anyway, it sounds like one hell of a mech guy, which I guess we've seen so far or had described. Boy, even the committee is scared of Pluto. Yori? Let us begin with imagining an inert theoretical mass of physically in all ways. Oh, okay, here we go. Culture. Capital C, culture. How would we model the physical properties? Jungian Newtonian models. Okay, this is exactly... This is it. Jungian Newtonian. Soft science of celestial mechanics. Physical properties in a universe without the influence of culture. Metacultural general relativity. It's times like these that, like, I wish I was more versed in, like, the actual history of mecha anime, that, you know, I wish I'd actually, like, watched more of it and, like, knew more about it. Because, like, the whole thing with, like, culture, you know, makes me think of, you know, what little I've been able to glean of Macross, where that's, like, the big difference between the humans and the aliens. The aliens don't have culture. It bounces if you scroll too hard. Oh. I was hoping I could, like, bounce it really far if I scrolled really fast, but no, there's a maximum speed to it. See, this is the kind of thing I find interesting. I mean, also the game itself, just, like, the story and all that. I mean, that is, like, pretty interesting also, of course, but just, like, the scroll bar thing is something I find interesting that probably most people wouldn't. Matter into energy, energy into culture, culture back to matter. Portion. Nature's ability to arbitrarily. Yeah, some interesting alternative physics. Separate fields of studies that involve metaphors. Our world would be objectively determined. Oh, okay. Humans would be able to disagree and defy each other. They would ascribe to an inflexible, perfect system decided by humanity. Okay, so it sounds like they're talking about, like, how things are for, you know, us here in the real world, where the physical universe is, you know, purely obedient to physical laws. Yeah, I'm interested in finding out about this whole culture thing. Right. Okay, we did that one. So I guess the kind of, like, beginning missions are these two, and we did the first one. Looks like you can do them in either order, but to, you know, introduce everyone. Yeah. Yeah, what was it in Macross? Deculture? Is that what they said? I don't know, I really should, like, watch Macross. Like, the original. Also, the licensing situation for Macross is just, like, bizarre and awful, and that's a whole other story. And fortunately, the company that owns the rights in the West, depending on if they have Harmony Gold, the people that bought up the rights and turned it into Robotech and have been really just like sitting on and mismanaging the rights. There was a court case fairly recently about their claim to those intellectual property rights, and I don't remember the exact decision that was reached, but assuming there's no further legal decisions, they should finally lose control of the rights to Macross in the West in like a few years. So we'll see. But they could like finally there might finally be like a proper Western release, a proper Western licensing situation after all these decades. But again, we'll see. The legal system it's complicated. I mean, we all know it. We all live here. Well, a lot of people live here. All right, let's go see Saturn. See what's up with Saturn. Mars, calm down. I'm incredibly ridiculous, utterly irresponsible, dangerously devious brat. Or if that's the one who sent the love letter. Anyway, Pluto seems pretty into it. Like, well, although that is what I'd call you. Oh, everything but devious. Someone's not playing by the rules. Being really smug about it. Okay. What sort of pilot would be that irresponsible with the prototype? Yeah, when has anyone ever been irresponsible with the prototype, right? Never. Never, ever, ever. Yeah. No, I don't know what you're talking about, Glenn. No mech prototype. Protag. Progeria. No, that was Akira with the Progeria. No, everyone's just responsible all the time. Treats the prototypes good. You know? Never ever tries to become God. Never ever runs away. That's never happened. Into the experimental lab. No. 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 for an ambush. Not saying you're not strong enough, I'm just saying you're gonna get your ass kicked. Is that right? Of course. The mission was just to da-da-da-da-da. It wasn't our mission to do other thing. Then, oh, you know what would be great? Other thing. No. But... I was doing the puffy cheeks thing. But it's like, it's weaponized puffy cheeks. Wow. Daphnis, the tiny shepherd moon, so small it barely earns the name, tumbles through the Keller Gap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of Earth's decommissioned space program, training ground of failures like Saturn and special girls like Pluto. Saturn remembers it feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. No, wait. Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers when it used to feel so special to be chosen, a candidate for the last generation of pilots. But didn't Pluto feel that way too? Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity is quietly degenerating, and distances are becoming ambiguous between past and present, between me and you. The Daphnis lab seems smaller to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto, and that's obvious. No longer people-sized, she tears through it like worms in an apple. But there's a much bigger worm here, and she doesn't know anymore if this was a good idea. Or what was a good idea? Okay, blue text, we will presumably find out what the blue text is. But yeah, okay, cool. They're doing the special colored text thing. Another cool, you know, little bit of, you know, just like a very classically VN thing. Again, you know, I wish I had more familiarity. You know, I wish I knew more about, like, VNs and VN conventions and, like, what had come before. Because, like, the only thing that actually comes to mind with the colored text, you know, off the top of my head is the, you know, the red truth text from Umineko. But I'm sure there are other examples. Because it's just, you know, there's only so many things you can do with text, and you know, color is definitely one of them. You know, you got a lot of colors to work with, and you know, you can use it to convey like extra information that isn't just part of, you know, normal text. So I know red text. I know green text, although that's a little different. Not really about VNs. But yeah, blue text. Saturn doesn't have any ideas. She's just trying to hide. Even though there's no place where you cannot be felt by me? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's kind of what I figured. That's Pluto doing her everywhere with everyone thing. Ooh, danger. Sounds nice. Okay, Saturn's costume is a lot. He's got, like, got a strap. Got a flight jacket, and, wearing, like, a flight jacket over a lacy bra with a strap. got the hair in front of eyes thing going, the double earrings. Makeup. Yeah, Saturn's got some stuff going on. Her costume. That's Fire Moon compressed onto the head of a pin. I'm gonna have to ask someone who actually knows physics what exactly how dense that is, or do the math later. Because like those are all numbers that are known. Cool. It must be pretty big, huh? Yeah, so Pluto is pretty cool. Pluto is quite cool. No idea. Yeah, that's kind of Pluto's whole deal so far. It really would be funny. Yeah. Alright, for it. Oh. That's where we're going, huh? Arrow escape. I like that they tell you which way your choices are going to take the story. I guess so far they've both been Betray versus Loyal, and Loyal is, stick with Cradle's graces, and Betray is, whatever the other person's faction is. I don't even want to say enemy because, like, I mean, they are enemies, but, like, there's, I guess it's never that simple, right? Anyway, yeah, let's just do a Cradle's Graces playthrough. It seems like you can probably do, like, it seems like if there's it seems like the way it's laid out, you can probably favor any of the factions on any of the playthroughs. So if there's 3 protagonists, perspectives, and presumably it's the same, or at least some of the same scene where, from the other person's perspective. Well, I guess it would be half the same scenes because, if I play Saturn's route, then I'll get the Saturn-Pluto scene from Saturn's perspective, and then there will be Saturn-Lunaterra scenes that are, new. So it seems like there's, like, partial overlap. But anyway, I'd have to, look it up after the fact to really know, but, yeah, it seems likely that you can get any factions ending with any character, which would be, like, basically 9 options. 3 endings. And maybe there's, like, other, bonus endings, / true endings, / bad endings, / just choice. Well, and I mean, I'm just, like, in the beginning stages, so who really knows? I'm sure new shit will come to light. Anyway, gonna just, like, stick with Cradle's Graces for this playthrough. You're not coming back. Pluto busting through. Culture. Capital C culture. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that was what it said in the intro screen, wasn't it? Combat style button mashing, you know, personal style also button mashing. I haven't really gotten a good look at the other two ships, but Front Macula is a pretty cool design. Just anytime Pluto says something that sounds like superficially nice, like, you know that is just really laying it on. Tell that, you know, any compliment from Pluto is just the worst thing you ever heard. Wow, you got me. Got poisoned now. Like, I'll see if you're top weird. Like, no, I'm not the top weirdo psychic mutant. I'm the weirdo psychic mutant top. Sounds cool. Yeah, Saturn. That's great. That's really. Yeah, no, I'm really happy for you, Saturn. Real nice. Real nice. Wait, what are they gonna bat? No, I shouldn't take things so literally. Good or bad, or is that the wrong question to be asking? By this? God, she purpled me. Well, magenta, I guess. Violet? I think that it was like a hot pink. I don't know. Color theory. Oh, this is the poison. Pink, there we go. It is canonically pink. Canonically pink poison. Nope. Okay, now there's that man. right. Like, oh, so it's like, you just told on yourself. No, they gotta, like, yeah, I know. I'm like... Backstory time. When backstory comes in. That tune doesn't really go to this background. Like, that was all part of my plan. Yeah, what's up with Mars? Versus nothing of value. Boy, real mean to Mars. I mean, like Pluto, right? Nah, I guess they've been calling the planets like different things, like you know, they're calling Mars Ares, like stuff like that. As it makes sense if the characters are, you know, named like for our planets, that the planets that like their planets would be something else. Nothing left. Dying on a rock. Oh, this is 1978, before like this stuff all kicked off. Now we got 1981. Sure. Decided any human without their feet planted on the earth is, in fact, not a human. That's a pretty usual thing for humans to do. Yep. Aliens, then they can kill us. There we go. That's politics for you. Get together and decide something, and it doesn't matter if it's right or not. You got the military to back it up. Space, gonna do all kind of things in space. Okay. Got more interface. All mission. Okay, and that was just the test run. Home. Open it up. Getting ready. Alright. Check my mail. Probably talk to whoever wants to talk. Probably just Mars again. We'll see. Maybe someone else will want to yap at us, and then probably gonna call it after that. You know, come back tomorrow. Hey, from Mars. Alright, Mars the person, not Mars the planet that's not called Mars because it's called Ares. Getting details about self ships. Interfacing. Yeah, the ships do what they do, and you gotta go with it. Oh. Alright, science time. The tyrant theory that is fed by all things. Okay, so this is some real like frontier science, like real like theoretical theories. And given feature of such a theoretical culture to be subject to eversion, the gravitational pull of the culture must be so great no information about it can escape. Theory accumulates culture through culture mass energy conversion. Its gravity would steadily begin to grow and its energy decrease until it began to continuously collapse into a single coordinate, no distinguishing information be able to. Yeah, this is definitely definitely written by a scientist who's definitely been working in their field of choice for so long they don't know how to talk to anyone who isn't also in that field. Not redefine hierarchy, but enshrine it forever. Complete removal of human variance. Singularity of the unified field culture, the tyrant theory, a white void, a single conqueror thought at the center of the universe. Ah, there we go. One of those. Oh, hi, Mars. Hey, Pluto. What? Oh. Mars, what happened? Who hurt you, Mars? I mean, probably a lot of people, it sounds like. Lunaterra. Probably also Pluto. Probably some other backstory people we haven't seen yet. they're doing serious talk. That's nice. Yeah, it's tough. Just like pushing onward. Wow, a genuine compliment out of Pluto. Amazing. I like that. Just kind of gotta do the thing and not worry about it. And, like, if it works out and something comes of it, great. And if not, also great. Yeah, that was a nice chat. That was nice. Okay, well, let's see what missions we got available. Dive, Celestial Mechanics. That's Saturn. Then Rift in the Earth, Lunaterra. Okay, so it seems like that's kind of the structure where you have these, pairs of missions, one for each other pilot. They kind of run in parallel, and maybe it diverges or like branches or like messes with it later on. I mean, you can't really, find a pattern from just like the first two, chapters and next two. But at least like got a concept of what this game's like. Really liking it so far. Enjoying the character dynamics and the writing, and like I want to see where this story goes. Like, I'm definitely going to pick this up again. Complete at least this playthrough, and possibly go back and go through more times. Probably not on stream. I think I'll stream one full playthrough and then go play some other stuff, and and then whoever, like, if anyone sees and they're like, this is cool, I want to see more of it, like, go pick it up. It's on Steam, it's on itch.io. But yeah, I'll plan on picking up back again tomorrow, assuming nothing, comes up. And, if not tomorrow, then soon. Maybe later today if I'm feeling, feeling spicy. Anyway, save. Yeah. Yeah, I'm no coward. Overwrite. And well, that's it for this stream. Yeah, been fun. Thanks everyone who tuned in. Alright, till next time.